So maybe we should be working on the next technical session as from now, so that we can work on time on the banner flyer who is coming ahead of time.
And then they meet again. Let your committee meet quickly. Let's agree on the next quickly, so that we don't rush.
So do we agree? University struggling to adapt to a new strategy and structure due to confusion over new reporting line. Direction is what matters because confusion is in place. But whereby when you are in crisis, people need to be coerced. Like during the COVID crisis, we are forced to sit at home. We are coerced to be at home. Or else we are forced to use face mask because there is a crisis. So the leadership you apply when there is a crisis is not the same you apply when there is normal. So look at the replace software. That one education, and you can communicate. Is there any question on this aspect? Any question on this aspect? So let's look at this question in 5 minutes. Let's solve it in 5 minutes. Let's solve it in 5 minutes. Who will lead us to? Let me look out for a serious person. All of us are serious. Someone that has not spoken today. Toke has not spoken today. Toke has not spoken today. So Toke will lead us. Toke will lead us. Yeah, Toke, lead us in this question.
Activity 1, Cultural Web. Frigate Co imports electrical components from overseas.
You start from requirements.
Required. Okay. Required. Analyze the culture of Frigate Co using the Cultural Web. Frigate Co imports electrical components overseas.
You can say staffing model. They can ask for any model. No all those models offhand.
Okay. Frigate Co imports electrical components from overseas and distributes them throughout the domestic market. It was formed 20 years ago by Ron Frew, who now owns 80% of the shares. A further 10% is owned by his wife and 5% each by his two daughters. Although he has never been in the Navy, Ron is obsessed by ships, sailing, and naval history. He is known to everyone as the commander, and this is how he expects his employees to address him. When not on holiday, Ron is always at work at 8 a.m. to make sure that employees arrive on time, and at 5:30 p.m. to ensure that they do not leave early. He spends much of his working day on his boat, an expensive motor cruiser moored in the nearby harbor. Although he can be contacted by mobile telephone, employees who arrive late have to immediately explain why to Ron. If it thinks that the explanations are unacceptable, it makes an appropriate deduction from their wages. Wages, like all costs, are closely monitored by Ron. Frigate currently has 25 employees in sales, warehousing, accounts, and administration, although nominally allocated to one role. Ron requires them to work anywhere in the company. He also expects them to help him in personal tax, booking family holidays, filing his personal tax returns, and organizing social events. All employees are given all the minimum statutory holiday allowance. This also has to be used for events such as visiting the doctor, attending funerals, and dealing with domestic problems. Ron is particularly inflexible about holidays and work hours. He has even turned down requests for unpaid leave. In contrast, Ron is often away for long periods, sailing in various parts of the world. Ron is increasingly critical of suppliers. trying to sell me inferior quality goods for higher prices. Customers mourning about prices and paying later and later. And society in general. A period in naval service would do everyone good. He has also been in dispute with the tax authority, which he accused of squandering his hard-earned money. He was fined for not disclosing significant family expenses, including an holiday for his daughters overseas that had been claimed as company expenses. It was this action by the tax authority that prompted Ron to appoint Ann Lee as company accountant. Ann's last employment was a compliance officer in the tax authority. Ron thought that recruiting someone like her should keep the tax authorities happy. Anne was used to working in organizations that had formal organizational structures, controls, and systems. She tried to install such formal arrangements within frigates. As she said to Ron, we cannot have everyone working as if they were just your personal assistants. We need structure, standardized processes, and accountability. Ron resisted her plans, at first through delaying tactics and then through explicit opposition, tearing up her proposed organizational chart and budget. After 6 months, he terminated her contract. Required, analyze the culture of Frigate Co. using the cultural web.
Is it not interesting?
It is.
That's
It
what
is.
you'll be doing in your exam. Oh. That's what you'll be doing in your exam. Please quickly establish that WhatsApp group oh, so that I can share relevant material with you. So, who can lead us? That's a suggestion of what we should write based on what we have learned. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. Who can lead us? Based on what we have just learned now. Yanoluwa, Senator Adiza.
Yes, sir.
Power.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
So let me attempt, sir.
Oh yeah, please.
So based on what you've said, I think the organization is a power culture organization because of how bossy the owner now is. Because based on the comprehension, everybody knows him as the commander.
Mother in chief.
And then also, I think for the control system, they don't have any control in place because everybody reports to him. There's no channel of monitoring, something like that.
Okay. You are trying, you are trying. Who else?
And also, I
Oh
think
yeah,
it's
now.
also an uncentralized organizational structure.
So look at the screen. This formatting we should have adopted. We just learn the cultural web. So in the exam, you must align your answer to the cultural web that we learned. Because all these things are available. So yeah, continue. Look at the power structure. Are they right by their solution?
Story structure.
Yeah.
Relational structure, largely informal, attempt to impose one restricted. Control system, rituals and routines. Rituals.
Yeah,
Do you agree with this?
yes, sir.
No, no. Are we not playing or what?
We are reading, sir.
Okay. So if you look at this, you're supposed to be this in that exam. This is how you should present your answer. Heading under symbol. Explain that is self-commander, naval language reference, both are status symbol. Symbol, something around stories. That's how you must now answer, form your answer along. You get it? Then rituals and routines. You see that they are simple. SBL is just for you piecing story together. In SBL, I'm not showing you are showing clothes. We are putting different material to sew clothes together. We are piecing clothes together. Do you get it? We are piecing clothes together. You cannot be a student of Omori, Babalola, and you will not know this. SBL, Amaronson, all these they are saying are here. It's for you to pick it. Which one is symbol? Which one is ritual? Which one is paradigm? You now put it on that and explain. And as such, you get your full mark. So for SBL, this is what is required of you when we are talking about leadership. That's what is required of you, and with that, you can probably solve the question. So there is one question I shared, and before we go through it, any question? Any question?
No, sir, please, when
Any
is the class
question?
supposed to end?
2:00. Or are you saturated?
No, I have another class. By
By what time? This class end by 2.
By 2. What's the time now? 1:00. Okay. That's fine. My class is by 2.
See, if you leave me, I can continue teaching till 10 p.m.
Oh. My class is by
Go
2.
ask my students. They will tell you, Mr. Omori, they leave class, they leave class on time. But my class is value for money. I won't just be in class for being in class sake. So who ask any question before I proceed? So now let me ask you this question. How can you influence organizational change in your company?
Sir, please let me ask this question first. Is this material part of the link you shared?
If you started with me, you don't need this material. What you need is your textbook.
Okay.
Get your textbook and start studying it. This material is just 5% of what you should read in your textbook. Do you get it?
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
Don't be stingy with in buying material. Although some people are snappy, they will not buy material. Your body will tell you when results come out. Because when I mention culture now, there are some other model of culture in your textbook. I cite the 3 that I mentioned, which means you need to get your material, study those 3, those other ones, because anyone can come out in your exam. And mind you, you are writing a new syllabus. You are writing a new syllabus. So the textbook that you'll be reading are also embedded in that. Please don't take shortcuts. You don't need this slide. This is not ICAN. You don't need this slide.
So how do we get the textbook, sir?
I'll share the number on the chat to call some people that you can get.
Okay.
Get the textbook this week. You will see that if you, after reading the textbook and what I've said is lie, tell me that I'm lying in the class. I can give you this textbook. I can give you this slide. It cost me nothing. But the year that we did it, there was massive failure. We did it in 2 diets. There were massive failure. In fact, ACCA, how to talk about Nigeria, will come it for us. And when we do root cause analysis, any center that is using slides, releasing slides to students, that's where that failure always happens. But if there is a material I share with you now, that material, those of you that open it, which one is more detailed? That material or this slide, which one is more detailed? Please, let's talk. Which one is more detailed? The material I shared or this slide? Which one is more detailed?
The material you shared.
The material you shared.
Material is more detailed in the sense that everything you need is in the material. Please, Mr. Ridwan also mentioned it. I say, sir, your students are not writing ICAN. What they are writing is ACCA. It's a different ballgame. ACCA is when father and son write exam. Son will pass. Son will pass. Father will fail. Not that father did not sabi, but if father is pompous, father will be angry with son that, oh, you respect. Exam don't fail, you will pass. So ACCA does not respect if you don't follow the laid down rule. Any questions so that we can move to the last section with professional ethics? Because as leader, there are some ethics that you must embed. And although we already know them, we just want to remind you. Any question, please? Please, let's talk. If there's no question, just tell me no question. We should continue.
No question, sir. From me.
If you are tired, please pick up. So that I can find one thing to tell Mr. Riwan that there is network glitch. We cannot continue the class. But please, let's quiz ourselves so that we can pass the exam.
Hello, sir.
Hello, sir.
Yeah, in answering that question of just now, so are you picking one after the other so that you explain it? You are picking one of the you are picking one, then you explain it so that to analyze it. Is that how it's going to be answered?
Yes,
All those
that's how
points,
to be
you
answered.
pick it. Yeah,
Yes.
okay.
Yes, that's how to be answered.
All right.
Do you know why?
No,
They are
sir.
asking you indirectly to discuss the cultural web. The
Hmm.
question is points to cultural web. Some students
Mhm.
will use Ofsted. Some students will use Teamfy to answer it. But some will not answer it correctly.
Hmm.
Because if you observe, okay, maybe I will share the material after now. I will share the material with you. You see that anytime you are discovering cultural web, you must align it with all the available schools of thought on culture.
Okay.
If not
But is it
aligned,
possible? Or is it possible for them to be direct, like to specify a particular school of thought?
will not tell you school of thought. They will just pay the scenario for you.
Oh,
Like what I said, who is the neck of the family? They've discussed the neck of the family. Who is the neck of the family? You know that they are talking about mother. They won't be direct.
okay.
And you will not see direct in your exam. If they are direct, although there are some direct that they will bring direct. They will bring direct question. Maybe in previous diets, there is mass failure. So the AC now to do, let my people go. But that always happen once in a blue moon. They will come direct. And if they come direct, you know it's penalty. You should now go direct. You can miss it. Oh man. This is it. Yeah. Ah. So let's look at the ethics. Confirm if you can see my slide.
That's not common.
Not yet.
It has not come up. Or we are losing you. We lost you.
Chapter 3, professionalism, ethical conduct, and the public interest.
Thank you. It has come up now. It has come up now. So, and if you look at the syllabus, what I said we are covering today is what we are covering. Your syllabus is planned. So when it comes to professionalism, these are what you are already familiar with. And in the question I shared, that is what is being tested. So all of you must attend that question and share your answers with me before 12 noon on Wednesday.
So some of us don't have the question.
You've shared it on the WhatsApp. Ask your talk with your colleague. Some of your colleague has it.
Okay.
Some of your colleague has
Please
it.
share it now. They've already created the group.
With who? Am I there?
No, I can only see Ogechi and me.
So where is the link?
Let me share the questions now.
Okay, Ogechi, okay.
Please share it too.
I think the group is
Share the group link as well. The group link.
If they can share the group link here on the chat, yes, so that people can join.
Oh. Okay. I think with IoT, they're actually adding people based on those that have paid.
So they are admin, Abby. They are admin.
Yes.
That's the problem.
Yes, they are admin.
They should make the teacher admin. They won't do that, sir.
They don't do it. People get it shite.
Eh? Please share the question with your colleague. Time is running
Yeah,
out.
I've just shared it now.
I've seen it.
Okay.
It's two of them. There is SBit and there is a question. Apply what we have learned
Some of
today.
us are not on the group. Can you share it on the chat box, please?
I'm not okay. I share whoever got it, please share it with them, please.
Okay. Let me see.
Can I continue? Who is that is speaking with that voice? Please mute.
I think they need to add more people to the WhatsApp group.
I think they're adding based on those that have paid.
No, I think I've not paid.
Oh, okay, you've not paid.
No.
Oh, okay, I don't know who is adding it. I think it's Miss
Let's see if we can share the link.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
Okay. Professional ethics. No, it's not it. So, as leader, you need to have understanding of public interest, the code of ethics, and identify any conflict of interest and avoid instances of bribery. So when we talk about public of interest, that is something that will benefit the public. But for accountants, who is your public? You need to know your public. Your client is your public. Your employer is your public. Your employee are your public. Your investor, shareholder, government, business community, up to NGO, they are all your public. So if you don't define your public properly, you will not say true in the business world. And when we get to governance, I will teach you something around Enron. Enron that you could not properly identify is public. And what happened to them, we will not wish it. So for those that are in UK, you'll be familiar with this company, BHS, British Home Stores Limited. How funds were diverted, though they are NGO, how funds were diverted, and the repercussion that followed it. And aside that, when we are saying we are public interest, what is the main purpose of that organization? Is it to make profit? What is the purpose? If that purpose is not being met, there will be an issue. And that's why social responsibility come into place. What's your social responsibility? How you are acting in the best interest of your environment. Let's take it for example, you have a generator, and you know it's noisy. But because your neighbor, they used to operate with your own big generator. You should now bring out your own apart my neighbor with 20,000 decibel noise. You will now on it just to frustrate them. That is being socially irresponsible. So for an individual, social responsibility is considering the environment and acting in the best interest of your environment. But for businesses, they apply what we call corporate social responsibility. How your business is having positive impact on the society. And it has its advantage. How you align with corporate culture and conduct your business ethically, so that when you are behaving corporate socially responsible, it will enhance your business reputation and reduce your risk. For when we are in Hajj, when we went for Mecca, there's a particular drink that most of us normally rush to buy because we're told that company, their profits that they made, they normally give huge
Charity.
what we call it, returns to the poor. They normally do something for the community. They donate buses, they donate shelters. You know, in Saudi, they have a lot of sun. They donate shelters. So they say the more we patronize them, the more they'll be able to be in a operation. In fact, there's one company, Bin Laden Group. Same Bin Laden that you know, Bin Laden Group. They have a very big hotel near Kaaba. And what they do is they give people free things during the Hajj period, even not without Hajj. They give people free things. And not because of that. When people hear Bin Laden Group outside, they see Bin Laden, also Bin Laden. But in Mecca, in KSA, they see them as a reputable family because they donate hugely for the maintenance of the mosque on an annual basis. So I just use that instance to tell you why corporate organization need to build a proper responsibility to themselves. So, and it boils down to leadership. Remember one question that we talked under leadership: how to be a responsible leader. How to be a responsible leader. Responsible leadership is beyond ego. It's about listening to the yearning of your environment, and be ethical in your judgment. Don't apply short-termism. In some company, when they apply 6 people, after 3 months, they will sack them. They say they are not bringing money, they are not contributing. How will you do after 3 months? When you were born, can you work after 3 months? Some people, they did not work until 1 year, 6 months because they are sucking breast. So be long time and forward looking. Most companies in Nigeria they have short-termism. Most companies in Nigeria, they are what we call selfish interests. So as if being responsible leader that is looking for good corporate social responsibility, be known for these 5 positive themes. Ethical judgment, be known for good, long time and forward looking, effective communication, be it in your adverts, be it in your interaction with the community, and always involved in collaboration, which is collective action and shared responsibility. So look at the company you are working. Look at the company you are working for. How are they complying with these 5 elements? And I'll give you one of my first assignments. Take a dip into 3 bottom line. What does it mean? And how many companies are aligning with it in Nigeria? No, let me say in Lagos. Don't say in Nigeria. Nigeria is too wide for its scope. In Lagos, how many companies you do in Lagos are complying with triple bottom line principle? Triple bottom line principle. So, we're talking about public interest. Then there's something we call public value. Public value is when there is operational capacity in an environment that is contributing public good. You have an organization with right capacity, mind you, actually right capacity, not just an organization. Don't expect the mala that is selling Indomie near your office or an abuki that is doing something else, not big company. Or all those fast food that are what they know is how to see customer money. Don't expect good from them, but a company that has right capacity. If you look at most of those banks, they always like to donate to all these organizations, especially motherless BPO. Some people, when they clock 40, they will now partner with some organization. There is one company they call Lagos Food Bank. Lagos Food Bank. Most people like to partner with them so that they can contribute positively to the society. So when you hear public value, remember this triangle. An organization that has capacity in the right environment to contribute public value. And in contributing that public value, the leader must bear in mind these 5 code of ethics. 5 principles of code of ethics. I'm sure we all know what is integrity. Who can tell me the meaning of integrity? What is integrity?
Integrity means when you're honest in your dealings and straightforward.
So if it's honest, that means as an accountant, anybody you are toasting should be saying yes to you now. But it's not like that. Hmm? Someone is telling me that life is beyond toasting. Yeah. What is integrity?
Doing the right thing every time, even when no one is looking.
That's character.
Maybe being accountable.
That's character. In simple terms, what is integrity? Hey, don't hold my hand. Do you guys attend the accountant too?
When you're honest and straightforward in your
Being
dealings.
honest.
Honesty and straightforward. So Amaka
Yes.
is not honest. Because it's like it's a bit disappointing. Now nobody is very Amaka yet. Thank you. Integrity is when you are straightforward. Sorry, what of objectivity?
When you're unbiased in decisions you make. And you don't
All right.
allow like conflict of interest to compromise the work.
When you talk about objectivity, it's about independence of mind.
Okay.
What of professional competence?
You have the basic professional knowledge.
I learned that. You have educated yourself, like what most of you are trying to do here. Most of you are chartered already. You are trying to add more value to you so you can serve your employer very well. Confidentiality.
You don't disclose your client's issue with a third party.
So yes, you are right. Are you aware of nuclear?
Yes.
How does nuclear work with confidentiality?
If it's going to pose a risk to your job, then you should disclose it. And if it doesn't comply with the laws, you should disclose it. Yeah, I think so.
And also if it's in public interest.
Okay.
If it's in public interest. If it's in public interest. If it's in public interest. What of professional behavior? Professional behavior.
As in, acting in a such manner that will not bring disrepute to your organization.
What again?
Okay, I said acting in a manner that will not bring disrepute to your organization.
Okay. Please know this by heart and threats to objectivity. We're actually going to look at them when we are doing internal audits. But for the question that you'll be solving during this week, they're relevant to you. Most of you are describing uh, what you are describing may not change the way when things are sure. So let's look at threat to independence, threat to objectivity and independence. So there are some things that will mitigate you from complying to the fundamental principle. And instance is when you have some threats, and I'm sure most of us are familiar with these threats. Threats to objectivity and independence. Assuming you are doing an investigation of a case and your spouse is the one involved, your spouse need to be docked. And so most of you will not willing to go ahead with that investigation. Most of you will say no. Most of you will say no. It can't work. Or maybe the person that is sponsoring this your ACCA for you, the person that is sponsoring you in this ACCA, something that happened, and the person to be reported to EFCC. Will you go ahead and report the person?
No.
Thank you. You did everything, you just say no. Hey, why am I now teaching this topic there? If the person that is sponsoring your ACCA is involved in crime, report the person. You know, if you are in UK, you just let somebody resign because that instance of that MD of that company whereby we went to a club and the cameraman now mistakenly showing him dancing with the edge of HR. Do you know that story?
Yes,
It
I
was
know this.
trending last 2 weeks. It was trending last 2 weeks. I forgot the name of the company. It was trending last 2 weeks.
Yes,
They were
yes,
at the
yes.
club having fun. Camera now
Okay.
flashes. They
Okay.
now ask the MD to resign. In Nigeria, will the MD resign? He will say we are on vacation now, and I just came across her now, and as a colleague, I just exchange on harmful or harmless hug with her. Am I lying?
No.
It's just a harmless hug,
Yes,
not
now.
an harmful hug now. And this am I right? No comment. So those are issues of self-interest. So the MD has breached this principle. What are you doing with your head of HR in such a manner? That kind of dressing is only one after something has happened, or something is about to happen. I'm not talking from experience, so it's what I learned from class that I'm teaching you. So, don't quote me in the exam. Self-interest, something that will directly benefit you, because maybe one of your close relation or close acquaintance is involved. That is self-interest. Self-review and an account that you prepare, you are now also auditing it. Advocacy, you are fronting. As an auditor, you are fronting for management. You are fronting for management, no independence of mind. Then familiarity, maybe you have stayed too long with a client, more than 7 years or 10 years, based on your jurisdiction. Some places now is not more than 5 years. And as a rule, a engagement partner must be changed every year or every 2 years, so that to mitigate against principle of familiarity. Also, intimidation. When you have less client base, so the only clients you have can threaten you. For me, I don't feel threatened. I used to tell my clients. That's why I don't like to have less clients. That's why I'm trying to collaborate so that I have more clients. So intimidation also matters when you have less clients and the client is owing money. I tell them, if you don't prepare this, you will not get this. You will not get this. You will not get this done. Intimidation can cause in that particular aspect. Who can quickly help us analyze this question? Can help us analyze this question?
Maybe we'll read it first.
Yes, you read the requirement first and you read the question. Please help us read.
Oh, okay, sir. Required A. Explain the ethical conflict in terms of the fundamental principles. B. Identify the matters Solomon should consider in seeking to resolve the conflict. C. Suggest a possible course of action for Solomon. Analyzing conflict. Solomon, the qualified accountant, develops technical and training materials for Silver College. He has been asked by Steve, his line manager, to prepare a 3-year forecast of the cost of the technical and training department within a very short deadline. Solomon suspects that the information will be used by the company's chief executive as a basis for outsourcing certain training activities and making some of the Solomon's close colleagues redundant. Solomon is concerned that a forecast of cost will be inadequate for such a business decision and will require more detailed information than he can possibly compile before the deadline.
Yeah, you like the answer.
So, sir, by ethical conflict, are they trying to say like the threats?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
The ethical conflicts I can recognize here is familiarity, based on the relationship Solomon has with his colleague that could lead to their redundancy.
Self-interest.
who else?
Self-interest because he's actually looking out for his colleagues. What is going to happen to his colleagues when that happens, when they outsource?
Okay. Look at the likely answer.
Ah, wow.
You see what you're up against. You can look at the requirement. Explain the ethical. Explain the ethical conflict in terms of fundamental principle.
Fundamental
So
principles.
you face A first. What are the ethical principles that are breached? Objectivity, competence and due care, universality. Then identify matters someone should consider in seeking to resolve the conflict. What are the matter? Relevant facts, parties affected, and who should be involved in the resolution. You can see more than that in your own answer. Then suggest a possible course of action for Solomon. That's the possible course of action. So always answer this question in the way the question, the requirement is being asked.
Okay.
And like we say that, okay. It's like, AJ go humble you.
I swear.
But you are passing. What you need is the right attitude. Are we true?
But my own problem is like that question looked like they were actually asking for threats.
Ethical conflict. Ethical conflict in terms of fundamental principle. There are conflicts. Okay. Look, there are conflicts based on what we explain here. How is it conflicting?
Okay.
How is it conflicting? How is it conflicting? What the else is conflict, not ethical traits. So if conflict will come in each of those principles, there are 5 of them. That is when conflict can come.
Okay.
Then what matters to be considered? There is a between conflict and ethical traits.
Thank you.
That's why in your office, when you resume, you fill a form, conflict of interest form. It doesn't say you fill ethical trait form. Are we good? So fraud, bribery, and corruption. Is bribery corruption? Is bribery corruption? There's one president that won't say bribery is not corruption. You know it. That bribery is not corruption. So what is fraud? Please, you must read what we call fraud triangle and fraud diamond. Write it down, your second assignment. The difference between fraud triangle and fraud diamond.
Yeah.
Fraud triangle and fraud diamond. That's your second assignment. So fraud is what is done intentionally to deny someone, while bribery is being influenced. Like some of you that want to study law in your university, you could not score pass mark. Your daddy had to settle someone, so your name will enter supplementary list. That is bribery. And then somebody once asked me that why do men have to take women out before they agree to their toasting? Is it not bribery? I said, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether that is bribery. That you have to take women out and buy them something before they agree to your toasting. And some they eat your food, eat everything, finish. They will not agree to anything. So I can't say that one is bribery. We need to look at the scope of documents. So the bribery cases are bound in the real world. But what most companies should do is ensure that there is best practice. Adopt best practice to what you do. Let there be top level of commitment. For most questions that will come with a bribery of a thing, these are the answer. How to mitigate bribery, fraud, and corruption in your organization. Let's say proportionality. What we are engaging in, are we going to make enough profits so that we will not be able to engage in fraud? What is our commitment? Are we having top level commitment that this project will be successful? What's our risk assessment? Have we done proper risk assessment? Have we done due diligence to know whether we are going to make a headway on this project? And are there proper communication around this project? These are some of the best practices that help to mitigate fraud in an environment. And also, this last one, monitoring and review, is being done by internal control and internal audit. That's why head of internal audit. Well, okay, let me ask, who should the head of internal audit report to? Who should head of internal audit report to?
Management.
Is it the ED or the MD or the CEO? Or
The MD. The MD.
Why? Why can't the head of audit report to the CFO?
Yes, you should report to the head of the audit committee.
Okay, let's pause here. Head of internal control, who should he report to?
Director of audit committee.
I mean, head of internal control, who should he report to?
Oh, you're the head?
You know, we have head of internal
MD.
control and head of the internal audit. So let's make these three scenarios. Company A has head of internal control. Country B Company B has head of internal audit. Why company C has one person that is head of internal control and internal audit? The three company, who should those head report to?
CEO.
CEO. Again, who else?
I think it will be a committee. That's very important.
Who?
I think there will be a committee that they have to report to, maybe audit committee or risk committee, or that will have to be it doesn't have to be like management.
So you agree that they should report to, the three of them should report to the audit committee, right?
Yes, sir.
Because if there is no proper monitoring and review, there can never be best practice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, let's hear our opinion. No.
Sir, please, what are the options? I don't understand.
Option A has a option company A, they have head of internal control. Company B have head of internal audit. While company C has one person working as head of internal control and audit. Who should each of them report to in their respective companies?
Give us options, please.
Maybe you are tired accountant now. I can't give you option now. If you know, you are scattered now. You are well down. You have snap picture. You have snap picture. You have post a LinkedIn post.
I feel higher management too. I don't know.
Who is the management?
Ned.
Who is Ned? Who is Ned?
Non-executive directors.
Everybody that gave me answer here. You enter the kingdom of God.
Then you feel like the CEO now, not the MD, because I feel if they report to the MD might want to be a bit biased.
I think
I want to maybe sugarcoat to the higher level management. That's what I feel.
So now to ask you what
Okay.
The NED, if from the NED, they have the committee, if the thing will be reporting to.
Okay. We will learn more of this when we enter governance class. But for the sake of this topic, if there is no monitoring and review, bribery, fraud, bribery, and corruption can never be, best practice can never be applied to combat fraud, bribery, and corruption. With monitoring and review, head of internal control should report to the chief risk officer. Head of internal control should report to the chief risk officer because they are the same part of a three line of defense. That's what we call three line of defense. So head of internal control should report to the chief risk officer or ED risk, executive director, charge of risk, if they don't have any CRO. But with the company whereby they have only internal audits, the person should report administratively to the MD, but functionally to the chairman board audit committee. That's the head of internal audits. Should report administratively to the MD CEO, but unfortunately to the board audit committee. Whereby in the company whereby they have one person working as head of internal control and internal audits, such person should have two teams under him. One team working as internal control, the other team working as internal audit. So the person working for internal control, the report will be sent to Management. While the person working at the internal audit, the report will be sent to board audit committee. While the head himself should be reporting to the board audit committee, but administratively to the CEO. So check yourself, check where you work. If monitoring and review is not strong, you cannot combat fraud, corruption, and review. Corruption will corrupt yourself, while bribery will bribe you out. Fraud will fraudulent you. So monitoring and review are the key to combating that. So if you want to get a thorough review of this, download ISBA Fundamental Principle. Just download it. It's a 602-page book. More than that, self. ISBA Fundamental Principle. Just download it. We see how those issues are treated there. Download it. You see how they are treated. And later, when you qualify for ACCA, you will see what we call EPSM, Ethic and Professional Skill Modules. Ethic and Professional Skill Modules. And they are part of this course that you are writing. All those skills that we are talking about, they are embedded in it. And there are some that we will see do. So I will share this material with us after now. And if I'm attached to the WhatsApp, I'm not getting any invite.
Sir,
Any
please,
question of the day?
Sir, please, this EPSM, are you supposed to finish before you qualify, or you can do it after?
No, you can finish before you qualify, but even if you do it now, it will boost your knowledge of SBL.
Okay, because I'm stopped in level 7 or 8.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Boost your knowledge of SBL.
Oh, okay.
So you have your assignment. Let's attempt it and submit before 12 on Wednesday. And when you submit,
Oh. Sir,
when you submit,
please.
I will share the answer with you.
Okay, sir, I won't be able to do the assignment.
Okay, why?
I have a reason. Yes, I am actually not around and my system is not here. I have just my iPad.
You can do it with your iPad now. Can't submit on WhatsApp in iPad. Or I can give you my email. My email is omoribabalola@gmail.com. The headmaster, the principal was once a student. And in this area of technology, you have many options. So if your iPad cannot send an email, you are not using iPad, you are using iPad or APA and CD. If your iPad cannot submit to an email, you are using APA and CD or iPad, not iPad.
So the exam is automated now, computer based. So I have to use a laptop. So I'll practice. I'll start practicing.
Yes. Start practicing. Yeah.
Yes.
Start practicing.
So it's only my phone here and it's going to be slow.
So this our assignment for this week. I'm expecting submission from you. I've marked your name. Don't let my effort be in vain. It's not easy.
Okay, sir. I will try.
All of you are doing this. Now, me, I could not eat. I'm the one teaching.
Hello, sir. What was the first assignment?
You see that you are coming in and out of the meeting. So please share the first assignment with him.
Okay, so let me just forward it to the normal group. Is it the alumni group?
Which one
will I go?
I think the ACCA.
Which of the groups?
The ACCA.
Okay. I can see two groups.
Put it on the forum.
What's the name?
I don't think IoT ACCA forum. Many people are there.
Okay. Am I? Okay. Yes. Okay.
Any other question? Any other question? So it's been a great privilege taking this class today. And please, these questions that we have on the board are very simple. They speak to what we have learned today. And it will give me great joy to see that my students are attacking and solving the question. So let's face the question squarely. Number 1, 2, 3. I've also shared the exhibit. Look at this exhibit 1 to 6. Shared it in the question. This is the exhibit. So we must understand the exhibit properly. Read the exhibit first. Understand the exhibit. So by the time you are reading the requirement, your brain will jumpstart bit you will need to use. There are some questions that you will use like 4 exhibits. Some you will need 3 exhibits. So please, I'll be expecting your answer. 12 noon on Wednesday. Or let me say before 12 noon on Thursday. 12 noon on Thursday. But somebody is now asking me that the iPad is not working. iPad battery die. iPad battery cannot die for 3 days.
No,
for 3 days. On the 4th day.
I don't have a
At
keyboard.
least this just wake up. This is just celebrated on the 3rd day. You say what?
The iPad doesn't have keyboard. That's the problem. So I have to be tapping one, clicking.
Or you can use it to chat WhatsApp. You can chat to take data key.
No.
The keyboard when you are typing with it. Okay, let me see your iPad now.
I don't type with it. I just
iPad.
It's very difficult, sir.
If you do it's for the benefit of your own soul. If you do it, it's for the benefit of your soul. So thank you very much. The rest of all of us. Let's hope to meet again by next week. Please, let's come on time to the class. We are topic governance, and risk management. Please, let's come on time to the class. Let's have a blessed week ahead. Thank you. Goodbye.